Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron for the Great War with me, WWII in Austria-Hungary. I can almost smell the victory in the air. France has been reduced massively. Unfortunately, most of their valuable cities and infrastructure are still left intact, though we did steal some and we are using it for our benefit. And you know, that is even more true for the latest offensive, where we pushed almost to the brink of cutting them in half. And today we are going to do more with that. I have to admit, though, one of you have raised a valid issue like 2 or 3 episodes ago, which is that our front lines are really long and we would do better if we had a more concentrated force. The problem is that the point where we are right now is that the lines have stretched so far, and I ignored this for so long. It's going to be really hard to deal with it now. I'm going to try to do some minor touches in this episode, which will be basically limited to shortening the lines in a way that would make it eventually that we would have more of sectional positions. But I'm scared of doing that in some rapid movement of troops, because it could mean that they catch us off guard. So let's see if we can address that. Also, we're starting to have a pretty decent amount of the super heavy tanks. 3 of the Kaiser tanks are now ready, and the production should be ramping up. We are at nearly 2.5 per month, which is decent. And that is not even... Is that 1/3? Yeah, it's about 1/3 of the production, so we're going to get to roughly 1 per week. I can't wait to see these babies in action. I mean, their breakthrough... Soft attack is only 28. I know that we haven't really done much, which is actually smaller than the Motorgeschütz has. But the breakthrough is 38, while the tank we have has 33. Defense is 5. Here we have defense 7.5. Armor is 150. Well, here it is 45. So it's more of a armor thing, so that they won't be able to pierce us rather than anything else, which leads me to the fact that it should be probably put on the 1920 Stoßtruppen divisions, because they will need to boost the breakthrough instead of... Yeah, it would nearly double the breakthrough and give a bit of a soft boost attack there. We'll have to see. Let's see, if I removed one of you cannons and put in there, yeah, we would have a boost in everything with the exception of defense. Breakthrough would go up significantly, so would soft attack. So this would seem like a good choice. And eventually maybe going with something like this. And you guys are cheaper than the heavy artillery in terms of combat width. Aren't you? Yeah, wow. We could go all the way like this, which would mean that the breakthrough is 472. That would certainly reduce our casualty rate a lot, but we'll have to see. So originally we could go like this. Okay, and that would mean that even defense would be higher, and we would have the combat width of 40, which is not bad. But breakthrough would more than double. It would be what would that be? 2.5 more. 2.5 more. Okay, so I'm gonna start the countdown. See how it goes. Our units are on the very front line now. Yeah, there's a place here where we could... No, there's no place where we could strike. They are actually striking us. But we will need to pull back a bit from there. And ready to go. Okay, so as far as the front lines go, we got a bunch of armies here that are covering all of the line. So let me start by sectioning off. We got 23 divisions here, and what is the second one? Okay, 7 divisions. 7 divisions. What the hell? What the hell is that? Okay, let's play a bit with it. So this is... Okay, this is the amphibious guys. Okay, the amphibious guys are where? They're over here. So there really isn't any point in having your line in here. And instead, we are going to keep you on the place of contention, which is going to be Toulouse. The next one is 24 divisions of the Gebirgsjäger. Okay, now these guys are doing God's work. The line is actually spread really thin. So if we shorten that by like this, it would pull them beyond the river. And for that matter, we will need to shorten something. What is 7 divisions? What kind of arm? Oh, that's the new one. Where the hell is that one? 7 divisions. I don't see which one that is. Can you see that? 7 divisions. 10 infantry divisions. 7 infantry divisions. So the first Kaiser army. Okay. And you are also part of the first Kaiser army. So is this all just you? Are there 2? I wish I could read that. 7 divisions of the first. Wait, okay, let's do one final check. So this is you guys. That's first Kaiser army. And this is you guys. So you guys got two lines there for some reason, and I don't see why. Okay, so as we shortened you, we are now going to shorten 23 divisions. Okay, so that's the other line. Okay, gotcha. So we shortened the U, and let's shorten the U like thusly. Okay. So that means we're gonna start moving the Kaiserliche troops to the north and the Gebirgsjäger to the south. Okay, and you are the second army. Okay, the Gebirgsjäger, and you guys are who? Okay, that's the first. Okay, I think we got it. So the first change is gonna cause a lot of movement on the front. I'm sorry about this micro here, but we need to make sure that we address that. I mean, the issue was very valid. So I see that there's a big point in talking about that. Okay, now we got our Stoßtruppen divisions ready, but we don't know where to strike. So we need to figure out which area would be the best for an attack. Now let me see if... Nope, this would not be the case. Okay, so this area is not the case. But this area could be the case. So let me see if I can move all of you in here. I'm gonna put the tanks and you guys in there, and I'm gonna put you guys in here. So that way we'll have the tanks attacking from south, and we'll have the artillery attacking from the north. Now this is a pure madness here. I don't really think it's possible to manage this in some reasonable way, but we can try. We'll just throw everything we have at them and see how well it works. Okay, now what is this? That's 23rd, you are actually kind of extended here. So let's put you beyond the river as well. And there's 23 divisions here of the... Okay, so we'll separate an armies in the north and in the south, basically like this. And we still have to address you, which is who? Who is that? That's the first one, right? Yep. We need to move them south. Okay, now there's gonna be 12 divisions here for us to attack. 13 actually. They're gonna move in one day. Are we all in positions? No, we are not. Okay, let's give them some time. We're gonna speed it up a bit. I mean, taking this area of Aquitaine should cut them off from Bordeaux. At which point, once we have that, I'm gonna launch a big offensive in the south and try to take this entire chunk and eliminate the units that are in there. That is the point of this whole operation. Okay, now, goodbye Americans. Goodbye Americans, welcome Americans. I just need there to be only 12 divisions there. I mean, it's not a big difference, but it's every division will matter at this point. Okay. So now we got you. Let's just go. Let's just go and fingers crossed. This is... Okay, the game seems to think that we have a chance here. Actually, I think that we get a ton of chance. Damn, okay. This is going swimmingly, and I am not going to let you interfere in that, so let's just throw our men into the meat grinder and be happy with it. Okay, surprise, surprise, it really is working. Okay, you guys can't support that, we've already established that. Okay, can I... Still, I can't turn you. Okay, but we can do this. Okay, you're defending. That is great. Man, I wasn't expecting that this would work so easily. I guess our tanks are better than I give them credit for. Yeah, there's no chance they're gonna do anything to us at this point. Okay, gotcha. Now, no need to waste your lives anymore. What we're gonna do here is we are going to send you guys and you guys to attack here. Supported by these brave divisions. Ah, you can't. Okay, never mind. And the tanks are gonna launch an attack here, because we still need to push through and make this gap bigger if possible. Okay, so we are penetrating towards La Rochelle. A bit of luck, this can actually work very well. Cool. Yeah, you are really needed to defend us there. But let me just strike in here. Using the help of my friends over here. And we might have an encirclement of 6 divisions happening in here. Which I think is still amazing. No, this is looking fine. We're gonna encircle. After a long time, we're gonna have an encirclement here. They keep reinforcing, but Yep, gotcha. And here we have a beautiful encirclement in action. So you guys can now support this, you can now support this. They're gonna defend, which is gonna be a bit rough, but yeah, a big chunk of the line has collapsed in here. And the 5 divisions that are now stuck there are gonna die. Or surrender. But I mean, 5 divisions is still 5 divisions. So yeah, I think that this is a clear sign that France is starting to buckle. They are unable to hold in any meaningful way. Yep, gotcha. Okay, so we are not in control of Poitiers, but we got the machine. Does that mean we got more factories? We got more factories working on our beautiful Kaiser tanks. Well, cool. So we managed our main goal. We cut the enemy in half. Now, this puts a finger to where I didn't want to end, and I did end in the end. And that's the fact that we have just now cut them completely in half. So we'll need to separate our armies. And that means I want the Gebirgsarmee in the south. It's gonna be the primary goal. We will want the Stosstruppen divisions to be over. Okay, not here, but oh wow, there's a river. I had no idea. Well, over here, because we'll need to advance over that. And we'll have you guys... What is it? The first Kaiserliche Armee over here. And there are no divisions assigned to this one. Okay. So I'll send you guys over there. And we have no divisions down here and down here. Okay, there's something wrong with that, I feel. But we'll see. I think that the first army should be able to get up with the Germans. Hold that. So the Mogias is now supplying us. We do not have a hub here. But things are looking pretty good. I think it's going to be a lot of movement now. But this is something that we desperately needed to do. So we'll have only one army holding the north. That's not something that I'm happy about, but I think it makes a lot of sense, and that it would also make a sense to separate these armies, have one in the here, in the central part, and one holding the Belgian line. Okay, so far they're not really advancing against us, which makes me really happy. We'll need to figure out how we push here. Now the best way would be to push from the north to the south. So I'll try to attack these two areas and then push like this and push them away from the port, because Bordeaux needs to fall. If they can evacuate from Bordeaux, it makes no sense to do anything there. I mean, at least not in the short run. Okay, well, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. You know what? Before we do any other big offensive, let's end the episode here, and we'll use the next one to launch an attack in the south. But hey, France is now at what? France is now at 26% of its capitulation still, but we have effectively cut it in half, which was my point from the very beginning. And we have opened the way into the points of the central area. So this area, at least towards the river, is going to be easy to take if we feel like it, with some pretty decent... not sure if, Warsaw is... that's 5. But yeah, it turns out we'll have to occupy the entirety of France. Well, I guess that's the way to go anyway.